The current narrative to climate change is either fear, or lately it's more of it's too late. If you tell people it's too late, then they're not gonna do anything. And it's more nuanced than that. It's too late for certain things, but people don't read that far down the headline. I'm Mark Bernstein, co-founder and president of Earthshot, a nonprofit that's going to inspire people to take action on climate change through the use of video games and immersive experiences and showcasing the coolness and the positiveness of clean tech. So one of the first games we're working on is a game focused around food, and it's called The World's First Chef. And the idea is you're a chef today, and you and your dog magically gets transported back in time to a pre-civilization, and you need to feed the villagers, and you can grow into a civilization, kind of like Animal Crossing or Stardew Valley or those types of games. The message we want people to get to is, A, understand where the food comes from, but then when you see the current version of the food through the eyes of the chef, you get to see how sustainable it is. You get to see what impact it has. You get to see how healthy it is for you and its carbon footprint. So you're seeing all this stuff while you're playing the game and having fun playing the game. World's First Chef game came about with a brainstorm we did with some Foster High School youth connected to a nonprofit called First Star that helps foster youth graduate high school and get into college. One of those kids is actually in college, who went through the program, and he was in this brainstorm. And the kernel of the idea from First Chef came from him.
Just playing video games and seeing my little character, my little player grow always gave me a sense of satisfaction that I was growing, that I was learning, that I was getting better in whatever shape or form it may have been. If I'm able to share that kind of growth with other people, I think that's the best possible thing. We're excited to have him continue to advise on this game from his own experience on how to learn about food and how to learn how to eat healthy. We're getting some help with our games too from people who are engaged in those activities. So for the World's First Chef game, we have a top chef contender, Chef Ron Duprat. He is a Haitian immigrant to the US, does French Caribbean cuisine, and he believes in trying to create healthy, engaging food and teaching people about food. And so he's going to be the voice and the face of the First Chef game.
I think this is a great opportunity, not only for me as the first chef, for everyone who follow the program to make sure this program is successful. I think the time is now, and everyone should take a seat at the table so we can talk about clean cooking and climate change at the same place.
And for our carbon race game, we needed a race car driver to help us both technically to make sure the car is driving well as to provide a face and voice. And our retired race car driver is Leilani Munter. She ran on the NASCAR and Indy circuits. She raced as the carbon-free girl. She always offset her emissions for all her races. She was doing it to race, but also to promote the issues of environment and climate change.
One of the reasons I wanted to be involved in this game is the gaming community is gigantic. So this is a way for me to continue my activism, much in the same way that when I drove the race car, I was talking to racing fans. This time I'm doing it through a video game.
So other than games and experiences, we're doing a couple things. We're doing some showcases, so we're going to bring clean tech to policymakers. And we're going to create a Clean Tech is Cool portal where people can go and find the coolest, newest clean tech that's available and engage themselves in it. So I've been working on climate change issues since we've been talking about climate change issues. When I worked in the Clinton administration, it was the early days of trying to get policy on climate change. And we had some great ideas and great thoughts, but the technology wasn't ready. Now the technology is ready. It's here. So now we got to push this out to the people.
We all can have a positive impact, whether or not you're a race car driver, an athlete, an artist, a filmmaker.
Or whether you're a Democrat or Republican.
An upcoming third-year student at Cal State University, San Bernardino.
A game maker. All of us have a role to play in trying to get humanity to shift to a more sustainable way of living on this planet. And I can't put solar panels on every roof, and I can't make everybody buy an electric car, go vegan. But I know that my impact and speaking about what I'm doing is planting a little seed in other people and hopefully getting them to make the switch.
We would like to see a future in which everybody recognizes that there are things they can do to impact climate change that's cool, that's cheaper, and they don't have to sacrifice to do it.